It's no secret that brands go to great lengths to sell their products. Ambush marketing, social media, product placements, billboards, endorsements, big campaigns. But what happens when they use children as bait to sell fast fashion? Under scrutiny today is one fashion giant. You probably own this brand's products. You jump on their sales, their offers, scour the internet for deals. I'm talking about H&M. It is under fire for sexualizing children. In its recent ad campaign, the ad in question showed a picture of two primary school girls. They had poker-faced expressions, much like the ones you see on models walking the ramp. They wore pinafore dresses, which look like your everyday school uniform. You would think there's nothing wrong with this, until you saw the caption. Make those heads turn in H&M's back-to-school fashion. In what kind of sick, twisted, dystopian society are children being used to flaunt fashion, which can make heads turn? Which perverse heads are turning to look at them? These are uncomfortable questions being asked by social media, and rightfully so. Some of them are on your screens now. Let me read them out for you. "This is sickening. This is sexualizing kids," said one user. "It's pretty tone deaf to use such phrases with images of young schoolgirls in school uniforms," said another. "We are a culture lost to corporatism and pornification. This is sick," was another reaction. The consensus was clear, and thank God for that. The campaign was inappropriate, insensitive, unethical, period. The brand was forced to apologize. The ad has now been removed. But is that enough? A weak apology, taking down an offensive ad. We have to ask, what kind of society are we living in where sexualizing children for a campaign is a routine marketing exercise? Let me be honest, this has happened before. French luxury brand Balenciaga committed a similar sin in 2022 in its holiday campaign. It featured children carrying the brand's famous bear bags. The only problem was that the bears were adorned in inappropriate clothing, bondage harnesses, and other such costumes. Without going into details, I'll just say this: no child has any business being around such bags. So why did Balenciaga choose to make children the brand ambassadors? It gets worse. Allegedly, in one of the images, the documents on the table appeared to show court filings related to a child pornography case. What was the suggestion here? Spanish brand Zara too has come under the scanner recently for campaign sexualizing children. What is going on? How are these big brands with inflated budgets, big checkbooks, multiple teams of advisors making these so-called gaffes? Or are they intentionally using children to sell these products, to spark a reaction? Just to sell jackets and handbags? Once again, these are uncomfortable questions, and I'm not sure we can digest the truth. These are big brands with big wallets, massive marketing budgets, multiple teams to guide and advise them on how to sell their products. How then are children being used as puppets in hyper-sexualized ads? These are all signs of a dystopian society, one where a childhood is simply not protected or guarded anymore. In fact, this childhood is vulnerable to exploitation. Brands are no longer targeting young adults, but children. I'm not exaggerating when I say that children have now become primary consumers of fast fashion and even beauty. And as parents, we need to sit up and listen. Have you seen the latest problematic trend on TikTok? It's called Sephora Kids. For the unversed, Sephora is a multinational retailer of personal care and beauty products. Now, 10-year-olds are walking into Sephora stores with a wish list. Believe it or not, instead of playing with toys and puzzles and books, they're playing with makeup, skincare, scented bath products. While all of us are scrapping our last bits of childhood, kids are trying to become adults. This is a wake-up call for parents. Stop gifting your children makeup and beauty products as Christmas gifts. I can't tell you to boycott brands because that's futile. But pay attention to what your child is exposed to. Social media is already putting undue pressure on this particular generation to look a certain way, feel a certain way, act a certain way. Their self-esteem is fragile. The last thing we need as of now is a campaign using children to turn heads. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.